I'm Jen. I'm Brian. And this is actually really neat. Brian came in today during training, and he brought this rubber band, this big elastic band. Where'd you get it?
Jumpstretch.com, but you can just look up strength bands or stretchy bands.
Well, we'll promote the place. It's called what?
It was jumpstretch.com, right?
Jumpstretch.com. I'll probably link it up here somewhere during when I edit the video. So check out the website. I think they're how much? Like
this was like $12 for
$12. So it's really interesting device. Normally you see these, and they put one on each side, and when you're benching or something, they put it onto the ground and to the bar, so it gives you added like a resistance to your press, stuff like this. These are really good. But this was the smallest size, right? Smallest size that they have. Brian bought a couple of them, and it was really interesting what he did. So go ahead. He takes it and show him. He loops it so that it's in half, right? So it's basically just cut it in half, right? And then you take it, and now he just puts his feet through the one on each side, right? And this is roughly, this is your stance, but it has a little bit. The elastic is giving him some tension, which is good. I like this. All right. And the most important part of this drill is that turn sideways to the camera. Good. Okay. Is that it's not so much for this particular stance, but it's when you're doing triangle footwork. Okay. Right. So he's going to open the foot and then step, triangle forward. So when he takes that step forward, see how the rubber band it drags that rear foot up. So walk a couple times. Oh, step, open, open. Okay, he's doing step, triangle footwork in. Yeah. The rear foot. Do it again. The rear foot. It drags his rear foot up, right? And I like this because this is one of the hardest things to train. Beginners. Beginners have such a hard time of remembering to bring this foot up. So they end up like a fencer. They leave this foot up. This is going to force you to bring that rear leg up. So triangle footwork, step, sit. I like this. Okay, do it again a couple times. Good. One more. So this is really going to develop that instinct or concept to keep that heel underneath your hip and shoulder to keep that one pole, right? The other way you can also practice this like he's doing, face this way, is now he's going to advance. So he's going to bring his front foot forward, and that's going to drag his rear foot up too, right? So this is good, right? Good. Okay. Or he's going to go. He can go backwards like he's doing, right? Okay. Or he's going to step through, open the foot, step through inside triangle footwork. Now he's going to step forward with the other foot, forward, and then or step backwards. Or all the way step back like he's doing, right? Or take just a retreat step, retreat step, or step all the way through, back, right? Or step all the way forward, and all the way forward again. See how he cannot stop that rear foot from anchoring behind him because of the band. So I think this is a great tool, like a lot of people who don't have a partner or only have limited partners to train with. These are great ways and such creative ways to continue and improve. Right? I have people always tell me that people are not going to. You cannot learn high-level concepts and principles without an instructor there to physically handle you and teach you. Maybe a while ago, before this tutorial that I started, I would have probably maybe agreed with you. But I've had a lot of people come in from different places, different countries. I've had people come in, Matthew and his wife Marie, they came in, they had to leave. But when Matthew came in, he only learned from the website. He'd never done Wing Chun before. He came in, he already knew the first form. He already knew a lot of the concepts, right? And he has one friend who doesn't know any Wing Chun. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even know any martial arts, but he does drills with him, right? And when he came in, Mike, myself, Brian, everyone, Brooke, everyone who touched hands with him was like, wow, this guy really got it. His sensitivity, his elbow, his hip, he was so meticulous, and he was so already so far ahead of the curve. And he learned everything from the tutorial, the Wing Chun side. So I think people who really want to learn and they come to the tutorial and they really learn. And I told them the most important tool that Matthew had was his brain. You have to be intelligent to train in this art. The concepts are not, they're not vague, or they're not generic. They're very, very specific, and they're usually very intricate. So you have to use your brain to figure out a lot of this stuff. So it was great to see someone like Matthew, who is just like you guys out there, who have very limited access to partners or to even Wing Chun schools, because there's very few in the world, actually, But so many people want to study, and so many people say, "Oh, you can't, don't tutorial, a video tutorial. You're never going to really get it." I'm not such a firm believer in that anymore, because I'm telling you, every person who's come in and traveled to come train with us has really showed me that, wow, they really picked up a lot, right, from the get-go. As soon as I touch hands with them, I'm like, wow, they really get it. So I think if you're smart enough and you are creative enough, like Brian using these things, the elastic band, and some people, I think another subscriber, he emailed me, he doesn't have a partner, so he used a chair. He put it in, I think he rigged it downstairs so that the four legs are pointing at him, right? So he rigged it so it's very stable. And then he would do what? He would do all the moves, the pak, the la, right on. He made his own muck junk out of a chair. I think it's brilliant. I think it's great. I think it shows a lot of initiative. And I think that individual, if he keeps at it and keeps practicing the detail and the finesse that I'm giving you from the tutorial, I have no doubt in my mind, as long as he uses his brain along the way, he's going to get it. So I always love to see stuff like this, right? Last time we used yoga ball, right? I'm trying to think of different ways to implement stuff. So if you have a really creative way or a piece of equipment that you built, I always tell people, Hawkins, man, you see, he has a shopping cart. He made a mukjang out of a shopping cart, right? And I want to get a picture of this thing. It looks like a contraption out of. It's so fun. It's got like big spring arms that I think come from a car or something like this, a coil, right? And then he's like attached and duct taped these wooden legs from a chair to the end of those, so it has a lot of spring in them, right? And it's sticking out from the shopping cart, and then he fills the shopping cart with heavy stuff so that he can move it. It's crazy what you can do when you're inventive, creative, and come up with great training devices or training tools to help you understand the concept. So this is one great way. Good job, Ryan. Gold star. Very nice. Okay. So if you have a great idea that you think will help other people, write it down. Put it in the comments. Put up a video of yourself using it. Right? So this is what the tutorial is about. So that everyone shares with each other. We all learn as an individual, as a group, as a community, right? And improve our individual skills with everyone's help. So keep at it. Keep at it. Keep practicing. And we'll talk to you guys soon.